Hi, Prosperity Team. This is Dr. Money, and I'm coming to you from the Prosperity Corner of the Universe. Now, I want to talk to you about some things that are not serious at all, but hopefully they'll give you some information, because when we're on a spiritual path, or we're on a path of manifestation, the law of attraction, trying to attract our good, maybe trying to get out of our misery, it can be very confusing about which technique to use and how to act. So I'm going to tell you what technique to use. Use the one you believe in. Use the one you believe in. If you're religious, for example, every religious tradition has a mystical sect. The mystical sect goes sections, I would say, mystical sections in all religions go way past what we can see, feel, hear, or touch. And many of them give us a connection with the infinite that we can't have with traditional kinds of religion. So if you're wanting to manifest something, and for example you're a Christian, here's an affirmation that's a great affirmation, and it's simply, God supplies all my needs according to his riches in glory in Jesus Christ. And of course, knowing me, I would say God supplies all my needs according to her riches and glory in Jesus Christ, not believing in that there's any male or female in the God experience. And you can sing it. God supplies all my needs according to his riches and glory in Jesus Christ. Amen. God supplies all my needs according to her riches and glory in Jesus Christ. Amen. So that's when I learned from Leonard Orr, a prosperity teacher who was Jewish, by the way. And there are many people that begin to have an interfaith experience of life rather than just being tied to their particular religion that they believed in when they were younger, or they were taught when they were younger. And there's not anything wrong with sticking with the religion that you were born with. It's just that we have to be true to ourselves, and if that doesn't work for us anymore in terms of wanting our lives to work and creating things, then we need to move on. I was saying, if you want to move on from Christianity, you can look at some hybrids. For example, Norman Vincent Peale combined the thought, and Catherine Ponder combined the law of attraction and Christianity. But we can move on. Let's say you don't believe there's no religion at all, there's no God, and you think that it's the subconscious mind that causes everything. Well, then read Neville Goddard. He's going to give you a 3-step formula on how to attract things into your life that works. The first stuff works. The prayer, Christian prayer, Jewish prayer, which some Jews don't believe in prayer, but there are many that pray. These things, they all work, but we have to find the thing that works for us. Now, I want to go back to the subconscious mind. You can hear of Neville Goddard. That's Neville Goddard. He's the one that says it's our subconscious mind. You can look at Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, if you want to go with the mind mechanics or the mind philosophies, just straight with the mind philosophies. You can listen to or read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. These are very old texts that talk to us about the power of belief. And you can simply make up your own. You may have your thing may be love. And so you want to parse everything that you think and say and do toward this experience of love, of divine love. And you don't see it as a personification or anthropomorphic occasion, making it anthropomorphic, making the infinite into an image that looks like us. You get to do what you get to do. So you don't read that and say, oh, well, my way doesn't work, maybe this way is better. No, whatever works for us works for us. And then that gets slippery too, because what you'll notice is that we grow. And so something that seems to be very exciting and it worked for us yesterday, it's no longer our way. It's not the way to do it for us. And things change situationally. For example, if I were depressed and brokenhearted, I'm going to approach everything in a different way than if I'm elated and happy. And I need to take note of that. Once I was going to give a speech, and I ran into a man who I had admired his work so much. And I said, well, I've got a new book out. I'd like for you to look at it. And he looked at the title of it, which was Offbeat Prayers for the Modern Mystic. And he said, we don't need that. We don't need prayer. And ultimately, we don't. We don't need, if everything's going great, we don't need prayer. But there are plenty of people who, for them, prayer works. And there's thousands of prayers that have been that work. So he was in the place where I don't need prayer. Prayer's not for me. But does that mean it doesn't work? No. But now, if I was in his place, I definitely wouldn't be using prayer. But if I was in another place, I would. So we can't really look to the experts as what it is that we need to use, because we are the ones that are called to do it in a way that's believable to us, that's do it in a way that is comforting to us. And so I'm just suggesting that you pick your techniques according to where you are today, how you feel, and how you've grown as a spiritual being. Now, I call us all spiritual beings, and the reason I do is because I do not believe that I am this body that you're seeing right now. I believe I'm something that's much bigger than that there's an infinite mind, and that I've got a limited perception due to my brain capacity and due to the things that I've been trained to do. So I think of myself, when I say as a spiritual being, is this unlimited joined with infinite reality, and that's what I believe I am. It can't actually be put into words, but we use words because it's very handy to be able to communicate with people. So I hope you've gotten a little bit from this rambling today, and this is Dr. Money, and I want you to remember that regardless of what you think, feel, or do, which technique you use or don't use, that I love you.